لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا.
The Shaykh, he says concerning this particular hadith, he said that loving for your brother what you love for yourself, that you don't have complete and perfect iman until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. This necessitates that a person fulfill the rights of one's Muslim brothers. And of course, when we say brothers, we mean Muslims, brothers and sisters. Yani that this necessitates, loving for your brother what you love for yourself, necessitates that you fulfill the rights of your Muslim brothers. Al-Khasa wal-Amma. Yani those rights that are particular to individuals as well as that which is general. فَإِنَّهُ مِنَ الْإِيمَانِ. Because doing so is part of Iman. Doing so is part of Iman. And whoever doesn't fulfill the rights of the Muslims, and he doesn't love for them what they love for themselves, فَإِنَّهُ لَمْ يُؤْمِنْ الْإِيمَانِ الْوَاجِبِ. Then that person doesn't have the Iman, and they haven't believed with the Iman, al-Iman al-Wajib. Iman al-Wajib here, what we mean by that? We mean that, as I mentioned already, that there's aslul Iman, that a person has some Iman, they believe in Allah. But al-Iman al-Wajib, it means that the Iman has increased by fulfilling the things that Allah made obligatory upon us. By doing the things that Allah made obligatory upon us. And from amongst those things that Allah made obligatory upon us is loving for your brother, loving for the Muslims what you love for yourself. And this necessitates, the Shaykh said, fulfilling their rights. So Muslims have rights. Whether it is general rights or specific rights, we have to fulfill the rights of the Muslims. Rather, we have to fulfill everyone's rights. But it's part of Iman to fulfill the rights. It's part of loving for your brother what you love for yourself, fulfilling their rights. So he said, whoever doesn't, فَإِنَّهُ, if he doesn't fulfill the rights of the Muslims, if he doesn't love for the Muslims what he loves for himself, فَإِنَّهُ لَمْ يُؤْمِنْ الْإِيمَانِ الْوَاجِبِ بَلْ نَقَصَ إِيمَانُهُ بِقَدْرِ مَا نَقَصَ مِنَ الْحُقُوقِ الْوَاجِبَ عَلَيْهِ. So here again the Shaykh is saying what? Is showing that the negation of Iman here is not negation of the foundation of Iman, that a person doesn't have any Iman at all. Rather, he said, if a person doesn't do this, نَقَصَ إِيمَانُهُ, then his Iman would be defective to the extent that he has failed to fulfill those obligatory rights that are upon him, of the Muslims. To whatever extent we fail to fulfill the rights of the Muslims upon us, to that extent, our Iman will be defective. So this is also very important, especially when we talk about Iman. There's akhlaq of Iman, there's character, there's morals and manners that are part of Iman. And part of that, might include, just general rights of the Muslims. That's part of Iman. That's part of Iman that we have to be concerned about, as we find today that some people feel that as long as they express on their tongue the correct beliefs, then they can cheat people and steal from people and violate the rights of other people. And this is contrary to Iman. I know time is getting very, very short here. I just want to make a couple of comments here from Shaykh Abdur-Razak. May Allah protect and preserve him and his father. He said concerning this hadith, that no one of you has complete and perfect Iman until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. He said, in this hadith, it contains the indication that you're loving for your brother Muslim the like of what you love for yourself, that this is a juz'un min al-Iman. This is a part of al-Iman al-Wajib, he said. This is a part of al-Iman al-Wajib. The Iman that is completed and perfected by fulfilling the obligations that Allah has made upon us. Al-Iman al-Wajib alladhi awjabahu Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alayka. What Allah made obligatory upon you. That you love for your brother, that you love for the Muslims, the like of what you love for yourself, min al-khair, of good. And he said this mahabba is places in the heart. So it's from the actions of the heart. And he said, for example, that you love for the Muslims as-sa'ada wal-najat min al-nar wal-ilm al-nafi wal-rizq al-tayyib wal-salah al-dhurriya wal-salamat min al-amrad. That you love for the Muslims Like you love for yourself, that you be successful in earning, a place of happiness in the Jannah with Allah, that you be saved from the hellfire, that you have beneficial knowledge, that you have wholesome, lawful provisions, that you have righteous offspring, that you're saved, that you're safe, from illness and sickness. Like you love that for yourself, then you also should love that for the Muslims. Whatever you love for yourself, then you should love it for the Muslims. And if you didn't do that, then you have fallen short in the Iman that Allah has made obligatory upon you. He said, how do we know that Allah has made this obligatory upon us? He said, by the negation, the Prophet negating Iman of a person who doesn't do this, this makes us to know that doing so is obligatory. Because Iman is not negated except by a person leaving off that which is obligatory, or a person engaging in that which is haram. This is a principle, he said, that the negation of Iman in the religious text of the Sharia doesn't come except for a person abandoning something that's obligatory or engaging in that which is forbidden. Negation of Iman doesn't come for a person of failing to perform something that's mustahab. If a person does something mustahab, Allah rewards them. If they fail to do it, there's no punishment. So Iman is not negated because a person didn't do something mustahab. But Iman is negated, the perfection of Iman, due to a person not fulfilling something that Allah has made obligatory upon us. He said, from this we know that this, loving for your brother, loving for the Muslims you love for yourself, is an obligation. It's from al-Iman al-Wajib. So he said, المراد بالإيمان المنفي في مثل هذه الأحاديث هو الإيمان الواجب لا أصل الإيمان. That what is intended in these hadith like this, similar hadith like this, what is intended by negation of Iman is negation of al-Iman al-Wajib, the Iman that is completed and perfected due to fulfilling the obligatory duties that Allah has placed upon us, not the negation of Iman outright. And this means that when a person doesn't fulfill these obligations, they subject themselves to being punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said this is from the great characteristics of Iman. It is a great characteristic of Iman that's from the Iman, from the actions of the heart, that you love for the Muslims what you love for yourself of good.